Hello all, and welcome to my very first video on this channel, Explained with Dylan. Since this is my second channel, I sorta know what I'm doing, unlike my first video on sports with Dylan. But you can never stop learning, so there's gonna be quite a bit of tweaking done in the first couple months of me making videos on this channel. Do not worry though, this will not detract my attention one bit from Sports with Dylan. This is going to be a more regular schedule. So right now I'm thinking every second Friday I will release a video for you guys. But that's obviously not set in stone, so we'll see how everything goes first. Now on to the actual video. When you take a look at Canada, by appearance, it only has one land border. The one with USA. In fact, that is the longest land border in the world. Fun fact. Denmark, too, only has one land border by appearance. That's with Germany. In fact, before June 2022, they were 2 of 17 countries worldwide that only had one land border. But now, for some reason, Denmark and Canada share a land border. It was 1973 when it was discovered that there could be oil in the Baffin Bay, which is a bay between Nunavut and Greenland. And for those of you that do not know, Greenland is owned by Denmark. So, to resolve a dispute, Denmark and Canada went in and basically just drew a line between the waters so that they could truly have a border. And that they could truly determine whose oil was whose oil. But it turns out that straight in the middle of that line was a tiny island, so tiny that they missed it originally, called Hans Island. Now, Hans Island is tiny. It is literally just 1.3 square kilometer large rock. That's all it is. So that's how stupid this conflict was. In fact, it was technically a war. And surprisingly, there have been wars about less meaningless things. But that's not what this video is about. This was the War of Whiskey. Okay, fine. It's technically not a war, but they call it a war for some weird reason. Just like the Cold War, except the difference is no one was scared that Russia was going to nuke USA, or in these terms, Denmark was going to nuke Canada. It all started in 1984, when the Canadian military went on to Hans Island and set up a flag and left a bottle of whiskey. Denmark came back and set up their flag, neatly folding the Canadian flag right below it, and left the bottle of whiskey for them. And that went on for years, because obviously Denmark and Canada couldn't have gotten into a worse war. It's Denmark and Canada here, people. So that went on for years, each leaving plenty of whiskey. You wonder how much it ended up costing them. Probably a couple $100. It wasn't crazy expensive whiskey, but it wasn't cheap whiskey either. And I'm sorry, I know nothing about whiskey, so I can't tell you if it was high quality whiskey or not. Now that went on and on and on and on and on and on. Until finally on June 11th, 2022, the countries had the genius idea to just split the island in half. So Canada got 40% of Hans Island, and Denmark got 60% of Hans Island. It was that simple all along, and yet they wasted a ton of money on whiskey, but I'm sure the opposite governments quite enjoyed it. So that is why Canada and Denmark now share a border, and are no longer part of the list of formerly 17 countries that only share a land border with one country. So thank you so much for checking my new channel out. I hope you guys liked it. I will be coming out with a new video soon. Thanks for watching.